Hello, my fellow Westorians. It is Friday. It is CK2 stream time. We are back with House Gardener. We are King Fabian the Great. The longest-lived gardener we've had in generations, which, given that we're only 37, maybe isn't saying a whole lot, but it is, relatively speaking. We accomplished something that we've been trying to accomplish for quite a long time in this game. We started our own bank. The Bank of Highgarden does exist. And we're so happy about it. We also have this very odd situation with the Dothraki. Check out the fact that the Dothraki Sea now apparently extends into the north and Westerlands. Because this monster of a Khal has taken power. And let's check him out real quick. I think he died and his son took over, which of course, as we know, is atypical of the Dothraki. Normally, it's the strongest. Maybe this guy just was the strongest. He doesn't really look that strong to me, though. I mean, he's not a great fighter. He is diligent and ruthless. That helps. But he's also shy. He's groomed and homosexual. Those aren't traits you would expect to go over well with the Dothraki, but maybe it's a part of their culture that's unexplored. Maybe we just don't know. Anyway, he is respected. He's a slave owner, which that's no surprise. And we're not entirely clear on how his father got a hold of these territories, because there wasn't an invasion. Right? I don't believe there was an invasion. I think it was an inheritance or something, or a marriage, or... I'm not clear on how these titles were seized. But we'll just have to roll with it. However it happened, it did happen. And the Dothraki rule one of the largest empires that you can have in this game. Certainly it could be larger. I believe we matched it roughly in size with our Blackfire Empire, Black Iron Empire. But, yeah, this is a different world than where you come from. So, what are we going to do? We're going to try to make money and use that money to build our power base even greater. And probably use this situation, maybe try to turn it to our advantage. After all, I doubt a lot of these folk are pleased with being ruled by the Dothraki. They don't really like being ruled by outsiders at all, let alone outsiders from another continent. So they might prefer to be ruled by us. And there is a lot of SOC influence in Westeros right now. You got Braavos ruling the Vale. You got White Harbor ruled by Pentos. That's not normal. And you got Widow's Watch here, also ruled by Braavos. So they've got their fingers in more than just the fingers. And yeah, like for example, they have this spot in our territory, Fellwood. Kind of random. And looks like Pentos has a spot in the Vale, too. They have Runestone. And I guess their kingdom is rooted here at Witch Isle, which is kind of neat, because Witch Isle is not exactly where you would expect a king to build their throne or what have you. But this guy is apparently a lunatic, or at least he's on his way to being one. He's got gonorrhea. No, he's a lunatic. Just lunatic, no gonorrhea. I have impugned a man for no good reason. So who do we have here so far? I see Matt Reese, Fabian Kester. I see Michael Brooks, Joanna Antunes. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Miss Cat, D-Cell, Debbie Dane, and a few others who are silent as well. Glad y'all are here on a Friday. I wonder if some of y'all checked out the impromptu CK3 stream we did with Bookshelf Stud and Joe Magician on Wednesday. That was fun, but A Song of Ice and Fire flavor is important, so we hope that the mod comes out in due time. It will, apparently. They've talked about it, but it's not going to be soon. It's a lot of work that goes into that. it won't be in a couple months. It'll be several months. It probably will be February, March, maybe not even then. It's a lot of work. And that workload's going to increase because CK3 is new. And so there's bound to be a few bugs that are worked out and some changes that are made. And every time they update the main game, the mod has to be updated as well. So it's a time of constant change when a game is first released. So I wouldn't hold out hope that the CK3 will have the Song of Ice and Fire mod soon. But it is going to happen. So there is that. So I wouldn't worry about it in general. On one hand, it's great news that they're going to do it. But it's understandable that it will take a little while. But we'll definitely get into it when it happens. Once it's ready, we'll probably do a nice long stream of it, a nice debut stream of the mod whenever that comes, and we'll jam on it for hours. And then have a nice long campaign probably. So what I'll probably do is get to some point later in the year, early next year, and take a break from these streams, and then come back when CK3 mod is available. But that won't be soon, though. We'll be doing these every week for at least a few more months before we take a break. Because they're fun for me. I know they're fun for a group of y'all. A lot of you guys are regulars here, and that's cool. So I want to keep that going. But it's also good to take a break every once in a while. But no time soon. Like I said, it's not imminent. It's just out there in the future. So let's get unpaused. I'll keep it on a low speed for a minute while we get our bearings. My brain is a little rooted in the CK3 game since I've played that some. I didn't actually play it that much. I played it one day. I played it a ton the day it came out. I didn't play it at all yesterday. But I played as Ivar the Boneless. That's pretty fun. You can play as four of Ragnar's sons are playable, but of course you've got almost the entire world, and not just Europe. You've got Africa. You've got not all of Asia, but you've got a lot of Asia. And let's see. Do we want to fight in this tournament? I think we do. We're not that good at fighting, but we're not bad at it. I think, and it's fun. It's more fun to try. What? We've got bank stability issues? No. Wow. Okay, so we got two different bank-related news pieces at the same time. So running a bank is a lot of work. Who knew? Who would imagine that a repository of huge amounts of money would draw attention? Okay, so this is concerning. We have some people pulling out some of the investors, but I don't suppose that's a big deal. It's concerning, but not a huge problem. Now here we have to build bank fortifications. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. That sounds reasonable. You got to defend the bank. Yeah, you got to have guards. I joked with the guard at my local Bank of America here a couple weeks ago when I was walking in. I was like, isn't it weird that you can't go in the bank without a mask? And of course I'm not complaining about wearing a mask for COVID reasons. I'm making a joke. Of course you should wear your mask right now. But it's funny to think about masked men going into banks and being like, you can't go in there with a mask. Now it's like, you have to have a mask to go in there. It's a strange quirk of this whole thing. Oh, looks like the Prince of Asabad is borrowing. All right, then. What else is going on here? We have a daughter, Miriam, who is 18, and her betrothed is in jail. Oh, well, that's not great. By King Hugh of the Vale. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. That was a prestigious marriage, but maybe it won't happen. And then we've also got our son, Brandon. That's right. Brandon Gardner. He looks like he's not very diplomatic, but he has some other skills. And we'll see how he comes out. But these are not. This isn't great. Wroth, greedy, proud, paranoid. That is not a skill set you want to see. Maybe we should mentor him ourselves a bit, because our Maester Guardian dude is not doing the job very well. Let's take this over ourselves. See if we can right that ship a bit. We are in love with our wife. That's great news in terms of having more children. Oh, she's pregnant. I forgot. We stopped the game while she was pregnant. We usually don't do that. We usually ride it out to see what the child is. But I think we reached we'd already set a different stopping point, which was to get to age 37. Whoa, that was a huge loan we just gave out to the Lord Magister Amuri, the second Adjure of Ashai. Well, that's quite a name. AAA, like me. I'm Abishai Aziz Aldoria. He's Amuri Adjure of Ashai. We have so much in common, me and this dude. I, too, like to wear a mask. I was just talking about that. But his mask doesn't cover it only covers the parts that... It's like Batman's mask. That's why Robert Pattinson got COVID, by the way. The Batman mask only covers this part, and you need to cover this part. Yeah, well, you can't expect the designers of Batman to have seen it in the future like that. Another big loan from, okay, Yi-T's taking it this time. Okay. Oh, yeah, let me cut down that music. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I usually don't have that music on. I forgot to turn it off. It's so natural to have that on. So I don't need it, though. I'll just turn it off. Only one champion remains. Or until one champion remains, it says, rather. I mean, it's just starting. Oh, yeah, I imagine we have... I want to hang on to our money. Oh, it's also winter, so this is not a good time to build. But I want to hang on to our money in case there's problems with the banks. I want to keep a nice cushion. But, of course, it's important for us to be improving our base here whenever possible. But apparently we're still in progress on a build anyway. So I won't build again until winter is over because of the penalty, unless we have a mitigating bonus, actually. That's a tax bonus, and it's a galleys bonus, prestige bonus, tax bonus again. Okay, so none of those are build bonuses. We have a negative to build cost. So we won't, again, so I will stick to the not building for now. Who else is showing up? I see a few more names in there. I see Koi Vanazi and Vibjorn and Corey Freight. How's everybody doing? Is anyone else playing CK3? Anyone in the chat? Have you all downloaded it, tried it out? Koi Vanazi asks, when was the last mod update? I don't recall, but pretty recently. I think it's within the last 2 months, if I recall correctly. So, Miss Cat says, good morning from tomorrow. Okay. So you must be... I guess you're just in Europe. I guess that doesn't narrow it down that much, actually. I was thinking that must mean Europe, but no, it really could be pretty much anywhere not in my hemisphere or like California. So feel free to let us know if you would like to. Also, Lord of Fleabottom. I called you Lord off until I read the whole thing. Lord of Fleabottom is here, as well as Tom Uzakeni. How's it going? Melbourne! All right, Melbourne. Right on. Excellent. One day I have to get down to Australia. That'll be cool. We wouldn't have been able to afford the New Zealand Worldcon, but maybe in the future it'll come to Australia and we'll be able to afford that. That would be a good opportunity, a good reason. Combo trip. A reason to go to Australia and go to one of the better cons. Most cons, of course, just stay in the same location every year. But hey, let's not talk about cons. That's sad. This would be the weekend. This is actually... I would be at a con normally right now if this were a normal year. I would have not done the stream this particular Friday because this is the week. This is normally the weekend of Dragon Con, which is right here in Atlanta. So that's a con I don't miss because it doesn't cost anything but a badge for me. I don't have to buy a hotel, which is obviously that's expensive. But I just live about 40 minutes away from it, so all I gotta do is pay for parking and a badge. But not this year. I don't bother with the virtual Dragon Con because I go to hang out with friends. most conventions, I do love to go to panels. People put a lot of effort into getting those panels, but Dragon Con for me has become very social, so that's not really my jam there. But at Song of Ice and Fire themed cons, I absolutely love going to panels and hearing what different people have to say about such a wide variety of subjects. As you all are well aware, even if you've never been to a con, there are so many different ways to interpret and analyze the Song of Ice and Fire. And cons are a pretty good source for new takes, because you get folks that don't necessarily have podcasts or YouTube channels or what have you, so their platform is maybe not as visible. Or perhaps they're mostly using the written word, things like that, so it's a different manner of presentation. Okay, so I have the option to hire a banker. Now, maybe I should do that to take some of the heat off. Oh yeah, and the bank of the build bank fortification. So there's a lot of bank-related things here, and I really don't know what I'm doing with that. So we're gonna have to kind of intuit our way through it. I've never intuit our way through it. Hey, I wasn't intending to rhyme there. The background sound. Oh, I think the background sound is being transmitted through the desktop audio that we set up for the CK3 stream. So I did not turn that down. I think this will get rid of it. I think that's it. Ashea did the settings for me, but I watched her, so I think I fixed it. Let me know if it's still happening. So I'll have to do a few things, and you'll trigger sounds. But I apologize for that. I thought I turned it off, but clearly not. Okay, I did it. All right, okay, that was it. Yeah, I needed to unclick the desktop audio mute. So yeah, we had switched it on Wednesday so y'all could hear what Matt and Joe were saying. I mean, Michael and Matt. Joe Magician is Matt. I called him two different people and left out Michael. Okay, so we have a new septon is needed. Oh, new septon is needed, eh? Manfred, septon of Cider Hall, do your thing. Let us make him perform Charity at Highgarden. Yes, Corey Freight says, yes, the Dothraki do control the Westerlands. Anyone coming in late? This is how we ended the last stream. Look at all this Dothraki action. They've got the West. They've got the North. They've got, of course, their own territory, as you would suspect. Plus, they have Ib. I didn't notice that before either. And of course, they have some of the 9 free. So it looks like 3 of the 9 free cities. They don't have Bravos. They don't have Lorath or Qohor. Oh, no, they do have Qohor. Lorath controls the White Cliffs. Interesting. They control a little extra territory. And Bravos doesn't control Bravos, but it does control a lot of other stuff. And we've got Bravos controlling the main portion of Pentos, but the rest of Pentos is controlled elsewhere. Boy, things are really different. Mir is actually controlled by Mir. How about that? Tyrosh and Lys are both controlled by the Dothraki, though. And it appears that... Okay, now that's just unfair. The Dothraki and the Ironborn combining forces, that's just really dangerous. I mean, ooh, that is scary. Can you imagine, like, the longship pulls up and a bunch of Dothraki screamers jump off on their horses and ride towards... It's like, what the... That's like that old shark riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex thing. It's just two really vicious beings combined into one. Yeah, let's throw the laser eyes on that too. Yeah, shark with laser eyes riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex, wielding a chainsaw, and a big loan from Deutsche Bank. Got to throw that in there too. We got to have a modern villain that isn't just well equipped, but also has the means to true power, which rather than just the ability to hurt people in their vicinity. Yeah. What are we doing with Sansara Gardner here? She needs some duty training, of course. And I don't mean potty training, although she might need that too. We have... Do we find a betrothal for our son? We did not, so that's still on the table here. We need to find a wife for our son. Oh yeah, but not our own sister, even though she's incredible. Look at that. Nicole Gardner. Super impressive character there. She wants to be our regent, and I'm not against the idea at all. She certainly has the abilities. She's loyal. The Bjorn says when he watched the episode last week, it looks like Runestone was ruled by brindled men. Is that true? Well, oh my gosh, you were not wrong. That is a brindled man. Lord Marwyn Hunter here is an actual... How did you see that when I didn't see that? I must have clicked on it and not noticed. That's amazing. I was focused on his character traits and not his intimidating red eyes and strange bearing. That is indeed a brindled man. It says Valeman, but that is a brindled man. Yes. But these are brindled men. This is like this is a Sir... Okay, what the? Sir Hezja of Sunrise Keep, who is a dwarf and slow and zealous, but an elusive shadow. Well, this elusive, that certainly checks out. And they came from nowhere. They have no parents. They just appeared. They were born one day, and now they're in the Vale. Okay, yeah, this is the weirdest campaign we've played. This is definitely weirder than Daemon Blackfire becoming a god emperor and starting his own religion and basically worshiping himself. This is weirder. Like, our character is less weird. We're fairly normal despite not actually having the bloodline of the Gardeners, despite our... Like, that's less weird, right? Like, we had just a scandal in our bloodline in the past where one of our ancestors cheated. That probably happens in the real world all the time. There's probably lots of dynasties out there in the real world that honestly don't have the bloodlines they say they do, or have more, or little of both, column A, column B. So that's not that strange for dynasties and stuff, even though our early death thing is a little weird. That's not that weird either. Rulers dying young happens all the time. But when people from the jungles of Sithorios are getting knighted and ruling large swaths of territory in the name of a region completely unconnected to either of those things, Bravos in this case, yeah, that's a strange combination. And this whole Dothraki being in the west of Westeros, but only barely in the middle or the east. They look like they skipped over so much. Yeah, this is not normal, but that is not a complaint. I'm in awe of this oddness, not complaining about it, not criticizing it. I'm at a loss how to explain it, however. Okay, so I think this building bank fortifications seems like a good idea. Working at a bank, that's my trait. It's like, yeah, it's like, what is this? Michael Scott in The Office telling this girl at a club that he works as a bank teller because he was like, always tell them you work in finance. Like, yeah, I work as a bank teller. Trying to show off. Nothing wrong with being a bank teller, but he thought he was showing off. Okay. Marshal Princess Nicole told me about her ideas. I couldn't really understand what she was talking about, but she was adamant. Okay, well, she's smarter than me, so I will go with it. Especially because it's cheap. So hire a banker is another thing, but I guess that is turned off right now. Oh, it doesn't have a reader. Okay, I can't do that till after. Maybe I should have done this first and then done the construction thing. Another tournament where I can go and not do very well. Maester Lothar wants trial by combat. I don't remember why this guy's even in jail. But, yeah, we'll have someone stand. This guy's a genius. Who's going to be my warrior to fight this guy? Cleoden Tarth? Simon Redwine? This guy's 62. I think maybe I'll pick someone a little younger to fight my trials by combat. Harold of Old Town. All these lords. It's a bunch of lords going for me here. Do I not have my normal group? I think we'll... Oh, Cleoden of Tarth is my hand of the king. I'm not risking him. I'll send someone I don't like into this battle. I like him. He's one of my advisors. Lord Terrence Yarwick. What about this guy? This guy's actually incapable. He's listed as incapable, but he's an option here. I might have to choose him anyway, because none of these are good choices. Lord Harold, the 18-year-old Lord of Old Town. I don't want a boy lord taking over Old Town. Oh, it would be his 17-year-old... Was that his sister? Yeah, it's his sister. Okay, that would be fine, actually. Oh, and she's quite good. All right, well, maybe we'll go with Lord Harold then. He wants to improve his combat ability? Well, here he goes. Here's his chance. Oh, Lord Harold did it. Good job, Lord Harold. I didn't really want to lose him. I just didn't want to use these other guys either. Council can decide his fate. They'll probably... I would prefer he gets sent to the wall. Whatever happens, happens. Hey there, Muhammad. Anyone else who's shown up as well? Happy Friday, everybody, or happy Saturday morning if that's where your time zone has you. Brindled Men in the Vale. Yeah, that's one thing you missed there, Richard Tabor. Good to see you there. It's apparently they've been there for a while, and I just didn't notice. Oh, we've got a daughter named Rosalind. Okay, well we won't go with that name. I could go with Arya after my mother, who's still alive. So this would be her granddaughter. But I'm open to other suggestions as well. What does the chat have any suggestions for a name here? I kind of want to go with like Brenda in honor of these brindled men. Not Khaleesi though, because I don't want to name my daughter Khaleesi. Rosary. Well, that's kind of cool. Egg. T-Cell suggests egg. Yeah, we could have a female egg. Why not? Charlotte, and that's pretty good. Charlotte, yeah. I like Charlotte. We don't have a Charlotte in our history, do we? Yeah, I don't think we have a Charlotte. I like the name Charlotte. Olenna, that's a good suggestion too by Devi Dane. We are gardeners, you know. We could call up that Tyrell Redwine power from the alternate timelines. All right, I'm going to go Charlotte. I like that idea. I don't think there's a Charlotte in canon anywhere. I don't think George has used that name or a version of it that I can think of. More loans. All right, good. So we're working with the bam. I'm going to speed it up now. Now that we've gotten it going. Gain 1 intrigue. I don't think we're very intriguey, though, are we? 11? Okay, that's a little better than I remember. But not very good. Just kind of average. Our skill is at stewardship. That's our skill. We're good at that. Oh, a Dantos moment for this dude, Sir Dennis. Dennis the Dantos. Fong has arrived at our court. Who is Fong? Oh, he's a maester. A Yeetish maester. Well, that's neat. He can expand the Citadel's knowledge on his homelands. training grounds has been built in Highgarden. Very good. Now we can build our next building, unless it's still... I was going to say unless it's still winter, but boom, as if to answer me. The game was psychic. It is warming as winter comes to an end in Highgarden. It was a fine competition. The tournament also coming to an end. The tournament celebrates the end of winter. Now, we shall build, I guess, more defenses. If we're trying to increase the bank's defenses, then this training grounds is a good idea. It's a little more than I want to spend right now, though. Fort level +1 would be good. That certainly improves defense, but so is this barrack. We'll go with the barracks. We'll go with this for now. Keep our cushion, like we said, warming. Winter comes to an end in Cider Hall as well. That's good. Stannis Summershaw has been captured. Okay. We have the have 5 children goal. That's right. I was checking on. I was just coming to check on that. We have 2 more to go apparently, but and our wife, we love our wife, so that's a good sign for the odds of us getting that to happen. Oh yeah, it's suggesting we get a betrothal for Prince Brandon. I was in the middle of looking at that, then I got distracted. So let's go back to that. Oh wow, Para Hunter, a genius. Is she related to the brindled side of the family? Because that would be funky to have that turn up in our genetics. Not in a bad way, but in a funny way. Be like, why does my son look brindled? Is that brindling on the kid? I don't know. Oh, a giant, 11-year-old giant. We do have that in our bloodline. I don't know if it's still in our DNA because it goes back several generations, but this is a tough call. Oh, a strong 15-year-old Vale woman. Waynwood family. That's also really, really tempting. Although she's paranoid too. I don't know if we want double paranoia. Wow. Okay, tough call. Very tough call. I want to go with one of these 3. Genius is the best trait here. For sure. Genius is just the best trait. But this is a 6-year-old, so we would have to wait quite a few years for grandkids. But that's not so bad. That's not so bad, but it is something. It's definitely a factor. And our son is how old? He is 14, so he ostensibly could start having kids, like, basically right away. If his bride is of age, which obviously would not be if she's 6. But let's see. So these other 2 options are the strong Waynwood girl who does not have very good traits besides being strong and humble. Oh, gregarious. That's a good trait. Craven is not good. Double paranoid. I mentioned that. Greedy. That's not so bad either. But it's not. They're both greedy. They're going to get along if we choose her. And then we have. We won't go with this she's too young, this 2-year-old. But then there was this giant who's 11 years old, also from the Riverlands, not from the Vale. Vance, not Vale. And her traits are pretty good, but mostly she's still in the formative stages. So what do you guys think? My wife has the genius trait. I do not. So the genius trait is in the blood. So that's a good point. I see that H. Cobb 76 pointed out the genius trait is already in our bloodline. Nicole has it, my sister. So I had it too, didn't I? I had it. Not myself, but it was in one of my ancestors as well. So I guess it didn't manifest in my character or in my son, but it comes through both sides. We had it before in our bloodline, and as evidenced by our sister, and now our wife has it as well. So that's a good argument for marrying him to the genius girl. We're not in a hurry, obviously, either. It's nice to have the grandkids soon, but it's not a big negative that they won't have them for a while. It's just a negative. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Did she get snatched up? Oh, no, there she is. I thought she vanished from the list. So I see 1 vote for the Vance girl from Matt Reese. And I see Heather Hare says genius. Richard Tabor agrees. Okay, well, I was starting to lean that way when it looks like Joanna does too. Okay, so yeah, we'll marry the genius girl, or betrothed to the genius girl here, and see what happens. Para Hunter. More loans going out. Let's see if that betrothal is accepted. Huh. He just lost the diplomacy. He's already at 0, so he's below 0. Accepting the betrothal. And that's good. We got marrying Vale to Reach is probably a good thing right now in terms of global politics. Felt like my lighting just changed somehow in here without me noticing it. Anyway. So they want this guy removed from Ilari. You want to remove Ilaro Forel from controlling? Well, he is a coward, actually, so I'll go ahead and take your advice. Having a coward lead my armies is a bad idea. Oh, cool. Friends with my own son. That's nice. We need a new Master of Whisperers. Let's take care of that. And we have a new Dragon Rider. Genesio rides Ilarion into battle. Genesio has, like, Valyrian sideburns poking out of his hood there. That's kind of new. That's an interesting fashion statement, or style statement. Gladden Massey wants to be Master Whisperers, and he has the talent. He is also an organizer, so he has military talent, too, even without the overall strategy skill. He does have that logistical ability. So we'll just go with scheme to protect ourselves. We'll just guard against other schemes. Use the Spy Master defensively. All right. Looks like chat agrees with the genius decision overall. Another tournament option that we'll just go and fail at quickly, probably. -1 stewardship on our son, too. Dang, he's just going downhill. Kind of want to live long and outlast this kid, maybe, if he just doesn't turn out better. Oh, more death during jousting. That guy's name was Nightwick. That's a strange name. All right, we're jousting. Here we go. Oh, Bank of the... Yes. All right, so we weren't doing well with low interest rates, apparently. So maybe we'll go normal. We weren't undercutting our competitors as much as we hoped, maybe. Or maybe I just don't know how this works because it's a new piece of functionality for me. As I've said, I've never had this bank before. So I'm going to try normal interest rates, see how that goes. We fall off our horse, apparently. We lost the trade. Oh, we may lose the trade, Cynical. We did not, though. The Bank of the King is now a promising beginning with several loans already being issued. Now the scribes and coin masters have put together the bank's first set of accounts and are ready to present their findings to the various key holders and shareholders. Oh, okay. I should have read this before changing the interest rates. Income from loan interest 55. Income from investments -200. General running costs 86. Debt collection 475. Okay, so yeah, profit loss -700. Outstanding loans granted 3,900. Current coin reserves 318. All right. List of debtors. They're all over the world here, from small to large. We got one guy that owes a ton, and a couple that are more in the petty side of 50 or less. No list of defaulters yet. No list of lost loans yet, but that's bound to happen. Okay, well, that's cool. We get this sheet of finances here. Kind of a rough list, but it tells the story. That's neat. I wonder if there's functionality like this in the new game in CK3. I've having only played Vikings so far, I don't suppose there's much of a a likelihood of founding the Bank of the Boneless. The Bank of Ragnar. Another Leslin Errol. They want to replace Leslin Errol. He's not that impressive, and he's not a noble, so I don't mind replacing him. All right, go ahead. Be happy by this replacement. I'm pretty sure I have open spots, though. Yeah, I have 3 open spots. Why are they asking to take the place of somebody when they can just have one of the open spots? Pride, that's why. Oh, did I just lose a point of diplomacy? Oh, darn. Looks like I have some titles to give out. King's Justice needs to be granted. I'll give it to the same Leslin guy. Leslin Rothhart. That's a new house. I don't have a cupbearer. Let's fix that. Donald Oldflowers is going to be my cupbearer. Holy General, Batman. Look at this guy. 31. Wow, and no intrigue and good loyalty. So this is a pretty good option for that. I can trust him. High Almoner. Herald of Old Town's a big stewardy guy. Let's give him that favor. Master of the Hunt. Well, the Striding Huntsman, Hobart Tarley. Let's go with him. Keep it in the family. Keeper of the Swans, Eamon Osgray comes at the top of the list. Maybe. Or Osmond Connington. Well, Conningtons are more like keepers of the Griffins, really. Osgray's, well, that's a keeper of a bird of prey. We'll go with them anyway. No court jester. That's an insult. We'll go with bodyguards. We got new spots for bodyguards. Are either of these worthwhile? Not really. This guy's a craven, and she's an older woman with not a lot of fighting talent. So we'll keep that where it is. And tournament's still going. Silja Tanner says, well, I don't know anything about this game, but I want to start making a list of names. Yeah, right? There are a lot of names. A lot of options to give names. The Trident is under attack by the Iron Islands. Oh, by an independent portion of the Iron Islands, not the portion controlled by the Dothraki. This is Pike coming for them. I wonder if we should, for political favor with the Tullys, ooh, a young Tully too. She's married to her cousin or something. That's funky. Yeah, what is their relationship here? Jared the Tormentor. He is not, that's not his grandfather. Okay. Well, I'm inclined to help, actually, and just send our armies up there and maybe help fight off those Ironborn. It's an easy favor. Usually I ignore these messages, but this is a good time to maybe win some favor with the Riverlands. We're trying to maybe play nice with some of the other regions with an eye towards ruling them later. And someone young like this might be around to remember that, or for our quality relationship to pay dividends. Just by offering to help, we gain a 15-point benefit there on our relationship. And oh, nice. Banking stature plus 300. The defenses have been upgraded. Our regency is completed. That probably means that other option's available to me now. I could probably do this hire a banker thing. Yeah, I guess I want to do this. I don't know why I would want to do that. What's the benefit to this, though? Maybe does it take some of the work away? I'm not clear. We might as well find out. We're experimenting, right? So it may be the wrong move, but we need to find that out. All right, let's call up the men. Yeah, there is definitely something going on with one of my lights in the background. It's like flickering, so apologize for that. Looks like one of my bulbs is on the fritz. Great timing, bulb. All right, yeah, let's move north. Reduce the speed. There, I told Google to turn that light off, and now it shouldn't flicker. Okay, I'm going to call up a few more men on the way. It looks like there's a pretty big army there. 68. Oh, no, it's already smaller. I thought that was... Wasn't that not 6,800 a second ago? Or am I imagining things? I could have sworn that was... Because it was larger than our army. Now it's smaller. Maester Lothar. They still haven't done anything with Maester Lothar? I'm going to let him go then. And get a favor. I doubt this Maester is relevant to our outlook anyway. Call up a few more men just to make the battles easier. Pad our numbers. 12. Yeah, this will get us to about a little over 12,000. That is a substantial number. We shall march north to fight Army of Conrad of the Seastone Isles with his alternate Kraken artwork there, it looks like. Kraken sigil. Oh, Matt Reed suggests sending a fleet to the Iron Islands. Yes, attack them at home. This is a correct strategy. I like that idea. This is probably what I should have done to begin with, actually. And it's not too late. How many galleys do we have these days? Yeah, 38. That's not nearly enough. But we'll send we'll send a bunch up from down here. There's a bunch of men down. Yeah, 154 ships. Yeah, Matt's strategy is correct, I think, because we could stop them from invading, but we could also we might be able to just end the war in a stroke by taking their castle, and it appears to be undefended. That's something CK3 does really well, by the way. The AI knows to just target your capital if you leave it undefended. So what I've had to adapt my strategy. Rather than having the standard play in Crusader Kings is you call up your armies and you send them out to attack or to stop their armies from attacking you. But it almost makes, no matter in CK3, what they'll do is they'll try to outmaneuver you. They're good. They use the AI is not smart about some things, but it's smarter than it used to be about other things, like calculating terrain time and marching times. So it uses its ability to figure out how far things are away uses more of that to its advantage, even though it's not particularly realistic from a real world perspective. Neither is some of the mistakes it makes. So it's I see that as sort of some makeup. The computer ends up being smarter overall, even though it's smart in a very computer way. Still, it's more challenging, which is good. Anyway, that's a little bit of a side topic. The point is, what I started doing was leaving small amounts of troops on my home base just to make sure they didn't have like a small 500 group army will do an end around on the main theater of war and attack your capital. In CK3, that would happen a lot. And I was like, man, at first it was a little bit annoying because I kept forgetting it could happen, but I respected the strategy of it. It was like, yeah, this keeps me on my toes. And it's realistic in the real world because that's always a risk when your army's out in the field that your opponent could attack wherever you're not. So I do like that. In this game, though, so now we're back to this game describing the strategy, which is the computer does not do that nearly as aggressively. They do go for your capital, but it's not like they're not watching it like a hawk. Like the second you leave it undefended, it feels like in CK3, the second you leave your capital undefended, if they have the slightest opportunity to make a move towards it, they will. The computer is not nearly as aggressive about it in CK2. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, we're focused on CK2 here in general, but if y'all have some questions about CK3, I can certainly do two things at once and answer a few questions about that. But if you weren't here at the beginning, we're going to keep the Friday streams with CK2 because it is A Song of Ice and Fire, and it'll be a while before that state of affairs changes. Oh, Nicole actually wants to get married. I don't remember her wanting that before, but let's find her that. I'm going to give her a matrilineal marriage, though, because I don't want her leaving. I don't want her leaving my court. So I think she's gonna get a nice younger man. Ooh, this guy, this Ibanez dude, he's strong. Yeah, she's gonna have a little boy toy here. Oh, actually, no. Let's go with one of these guys who wants to get married. Let's go with this guy. He wants to get married. Make them both happy. He's a little older. Cool. Oh, she doesn't want him. He changing his mind. I can command it. All right, fine. We'll arrange again. We'll go back to the original play there, which was Rotsang. Whoa. I would get minus 379 prestige from this marriage? Okay, never mind. Dang. Finding the right husband is even harder. How about... Wait, did it reset those things? Yeah, there we go. Let's try... This guy's older, so no boy toy, but... he... Minus 200? Dang, why do all these marriages have to cost us so much? What about this guy? Minus 84. All right, well, that just to get it over with, we'll take the minus 84. And this guy wants a reward. Sure thing. Why not? Brindamere. Now this Errol guy wants to get married. After going through all that, now you go right ahead. You marry as you please. We've had enough of marrying for the moment. Another one they're saying no to. What? Dang it. No, I command you to wed. Oh, a 10% chance I become cruel? No, oh, fine. I don't want to get cruel. Cruel is terrible. That's annoying. Wait. Yeah, you go. Yeah, go. Now he's asking for someone else too. No, go right ahead. Just marry whoever you want. I'm over it. But Nicole, I will try again for her. Another Errol, he says foolishly. How about this one? Will they do the matrilineal on this one? Are they going to say no again? A different Errol? How many Errols can we try? Was it an Errol to try again? Yeah, again they're doing it. I mean, we've used up all the Errols now, except for this 12-year-old. So we're gonna have to take the minus 200 or not give our sister a husband. But she's been so great for us. We can afford minus 200. We have 6,700. That's hilarious. Marriage hijinks. Yeah, so the numbers here, the prestige is what we now have 6538 of, so we do have plenty. 1446 is our piety. Then this last number here is all the prestige plus piety our predecessors have accrued. So it's like a dynasty score that you each character, when they pass, they add their total to this. So right now, if we were to die right now, we would add about 8,000 to this total because we're just below, we're at 79 and, well, 79.95 now. And nope, we're not giving you coin for a rebellion, sir. All right, so these guys are going to get on the ships. Get on the ships. Let's see about invading these jerks. Wait, was I wrong? It's only the non-Greyjoys that are invading. Wow. Okay. I had it backwards. Very interesting. Well, we're coming for you. We're invading Old Wick here. They're the ringleaders of that army that's in play. We are losing this war right now, but this will turn things around. I mean, we can't really lose since we're just helping. Chief General is open. I am absolutely... Wait, why is Nicole not Chief General anymore? I could give it over to Donald Oldflowers. He is actually more skilled than her. She could just be one of my generals. Yeah, we'll give her a break from it. She can enjoy her new married life. Plus, this guy's a noble, so I get a political benefit from this. And I want to. Oh, he's a general right now, so he's out in the field. Ah, we've gotten there. Time to drop the men off. Yeah, Richard is pointing out that pointing out the level of prestige and stuff, and generally 200 prestige can be a lot, but I guess with this much, yeah, it's really not that much. But still, I prefer not to spend prestige. I don't have to. But yeah, it's not actually a big deal. Once you get over like 2,000, the benefit each like 100 you get up to 2,000 has a benefit within game. But once you get beyond a certain point, there's diminishing returns. But it is nice to be able to add that to your score. I obviously don't make much. Obviously, I don't care much about that score because Richard, you're a regular, and you didn't know about that, which it tells you how little I've mentioned it. And that's partly because our streams in the past too usually end with the game reaches a critical point where it keeps crashing because of the mod is out of sync with something or something. And so we don't have a proper retirement. Normally you can like resign the dynasty and say we're done playing, and it'll kind of give you like a brief recap with that score sheet. It compares you to other dynasties, things like that. It's kind of a neat little wrap up. It's not super detailed, but it's pretty fun. But yeah, you wouldn't have seen that because our streams end because we're forced to, or these dynasties, and we start over based on that. So the end game has not been seen very often on the streams. But of course, the end game is also completely arbitrary unless you just lose your dynasty entirely. That is one way the game can end. If you lose all your land, as long as you have one title, the game continues. You always just take over as your heir. But if you lose all your lands, the game ends. Either because the inheritance causes you to lose it because it passes to somebody else, or because, well, there's a variety of other things that can go wrong. But like you die, like everyone dies, your whole family's wiped out. Well, I may have to storm this keep, and I don't know if we can storm this keep. This war might end too quickly. We may not be able to take their castle before they lose battle-wise. I should have really made sure I didn't have a siege leader to put in charge here. Laswell take over there. I'm not sure it matters, but I think it does. Let's see if it does. Let's see if that's sped up. I think as long as he's in the group is what makes the difference, but let's see if putting him in charge changed it. Still 7.6. Okay. So that's not any different. But still, we're stuck at 91%. So we might be able to win this siege before the war ends otherwise. Designated regent. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. You can be my designator. I like that guy. I kind of wanted my sister to be it, but that's fine. She can have it later. She's on her honeymoon. Okay. Come on, progress. We're on a clock here. Go time, go. We got 6 more ticks. We got 40%. We got 32.6. 5 more ticks. 60 days, basically. 2 months of game time. Urias Tosh, hey, how's it going, man? He says, a good name for an Ironborn Reaver would be Doomcock Tides. That's true. I agree with that. Okay, we're getting close. 17.5, 3 more ticks. We could win this after all. It didn't look good. It looked like our allies who were helping out would lose the war before we could make our big contribution. But with this big contribution, it's almost like they can't lose now. Sure, Lord Quentin, stand down. Interesting. I cannot allow this. We're going to have to name this guy a traitor. Yeah, we can't allow that, you know. We can't just have people claim on Amberley. Yeah. Yes. He's been arrested. Ah, yes, a reward for my sister, definitely. Big cash reward. Mercy for the imprisoned lord. Oh, so close. Still at 91%. The Ironborn could not seal the deal. They could not close out their victory, and now they are going to... We're going to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here by taking their home base. Boom! Just like that. We captured the enemy king. Boy, that was even more... I expected this to go well, but I didn't expect it to just instantly win the war. So 3 cheers for Matt Reeves for the plan. See, good strategy. Pays off. Go for the throat when they leave it exposed. Except when it's a trap, like Jon telling Stannis that Bolton was trapping him by making it seem like his throat was exposed. Very nice. We are the wieners of this war. And, oh yeah, well, we actually haven't won yet because our enemies, we are not in control over the direction of this war. So hopefully it just ends right now. But we may as well go ahead and assault this other Ironborn castle while we're here. Because why not? Let's get some more loot and glory and revenge. They've raided us so many times. You think we don't want to get a little payback? Yeah, that's it. War is over. But we still have the guy. Don't we get to keep him? Or we give him up? Yeah, we still have him. All right, good. All right, men's time to sail home. That's good. Let's check it out. Oh, no, we have Quinn. No, we do not have him. We did not get to keep that king. The Tullys got him. Okay, darn. That was part of the... I was hoping to, do stuff with him. Review bank accounts. Interesting. I guess I don't need to do that right now, but I'm taking note of that feature here, that option. Simon Viperin. He wants Cider Hall? No, I don't think so. Especially not a Craven. Hey, anyone who's just showing up? I see more people showing up. I see Milo and Bran Winslow, our heir's namesake. And anyone else who I may have missed? Happy Friday. Happy Crusader Kings A Song of Ice and Fire Day. Happy Gardener Day. Yes. So I'm in other news. I did a lot of work on Blackwood Part 2 last night and in writing a few more sections and outlining the rest. So it is, I think it's probably going to be the first of the scripted episodes we do in this Valar Rereadus break. I knew it would be one of them. I knew Blackwood 2 would be one of the episodes that we released during this short break, but I didn't at first know that it would be the first one because I tend to go where the inspiration is taking me, and I was feeling the Blackwoods, so I rolled with that. But I'm also been working on an episode with Amanda, aka Crowfood's daughter. She's got a ton of great notes on giants and thoughts, and I've started to put my work into that as well. And we've got some great theories that we've put into it, great ancient history stuff. Get to play Song of Ice and Fire archaeologist with that one. And I've got a Duskendale episode that's all outlined as well. That'll be more of the shorter version, more probably like a 30, 45-minute episode. So we got things coming, even though we're on a Valar Rereadus break. And then we'll get back to Valar Rereadus pretty soon, within a few weeks. And that'll be cool, too. All right, a monument. Oh, wow. They want a monument. I could build a monument. We can certainly afford it. I mean, why would I say no to that? I mean, I could maybe think of a reason, but that reason is not apparent at the moment. So let's say yes to that, and that sounds fun. I don't know what this monument's going to be to. Maybe that's a choice coming up. Let's see. Train children. Yeah, train our son, Lord Donald of Torrent Peak. Our daughter Charlotte is asking for questions. Will be a decent parent here. Looks like nothing changed from that, though. None of this percentages kicked off. Offer cheap loan? Interesting. That's something on here a lot. Offer cheap loan is being suggested as an option for a lot of these. But they're not actually Rohana, Empress of the Summer Sea. Wow, interesting. So we have that as an option. Apparently we can float offer loans to other people rather than just wait for them to come to us. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know what to do with that exactly. I don't think I want to bother with that. Prince Brandon becomes a brilliant steward. But it only pushes his... Are you kidding me? That only pushes his stewardship to 8? He's got a brilliant steward. His base was 2. Ugh. This son is not talented. That's quite facial hair. Quite a bit of facial hair he's got, too. Yes. Interesting. Yes. Advisor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go with... I like this Lord of the Arbor guy. He's got nice stewardship. He's kind of my kind of dude. Except for his cravenness. What else do we have going on here? I guess it's probably... It might not happen. This 5 kids thing might not happen. Our wife is 37, so it's definitely not out of reach. Like 37 certainly is nowhere near too old for kids, but the percentage chance is dropping. If I understand the way the game works properly. The game doesn't necessarily work the way the real world does on anything, especially women's fertility or men's. But so in game terms, I think that it's technically still possible for her to have kids into her 40s, but certainly the percentage chance is going down. Let's check on this Dothraki. What's changed here? Oh, wow. Winterfell has fought back. Go Winterfell. Yeah. Take back what's yours. It looks like the Umbers or Co Reynard of Winterfell. Co Umber. Dothraki titles are being used in the north. Boy, that is so incongruous, but I love it. The Dreadfort is ruled by Co Craigard Holt the Vane. That is great. Bravos is ruled by Alton Manderley. White Harbor is ruled by the Bravosi Lord, Alton Manderley, but still of the former Southern Cultural Group. This is wild. During God's Grief wants to know what's up with the Tyrells. Well, they should be still my stewards because I'm the gardeners and the Tyrells never ascended. So they should still be... I think we made them lords of... I forget. I think they're around here, though. We made them lord of something. Excuse me. I'll have to look them up. Let's look them up. Let's do a search for Tyrell here. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of Tyrells. Here's a... Edger and Tyrell is Lord of Westbrook. That's right. No wonder I couldn't remember it. It was a pretty small title. Westbrook is right here. Ah, yes, I gave them neighboring lands next to Highgarden, so they have this seaside spot north of Manderford, south of Catswold and Old Oak. Old Oak would probably be the most familiar of these names. Also Coldmoat, which is somewhat familiar. Even some of these names are not very familiar even to the deeper fandom because there's not much reason to ever have known them. Only in Crusader Kings 2 do you really have an opportunity or need to learn them, really, unless you're like Michael Klarfeld making maps or just, or Adam Whitehead or someone who's just really into maps, which I'm really into maps too, but even I don't know a lot of these names. Okay, so there's a good batch of Tyrells. Are there any more Tyrells? Yeah, there's a few other well, some of these aren't Tyrells, they're just people with name that matches. Let me narrow that down. Allery Tyrell. Yeah, so Edgerin Tyrell is the only title holder here, but there's a lot of Tyrells. That's cool. That's cool. What is his deal, Edgerin? He's married to Lara Florent. All right, well, that makes sense. They have 2 kids, Garth Tyrell and Elvira Tyrell. Garth is 3, Elvira is 8, and she has a lisp, and she's brooding. Cool. Brandon Winslow says Northern culture on the skids. That's good. For those who don't know, there is a band called Southern Culture on the Skids. And they make, or made, lots of humorous songs. Lonel the Exile Stark ruling not Winterfell, but this Shadowmoor, which is ruled from Bravos. Man, this is... Oh, look, there's Omer Tyrell, right? We're talking about the Tyrells. This dude shows up. He's the Master-at-Arms of Westbrook, so his cousin, he's his cousin, the Lord. He works for him. That's cool. Joshua Flowers and Sir Osbert. So Casterly Rock is reduced to... Well, it still does have Casterly Rock, but it doesn't have... And then it has Drox, River Spring, and Peckledon. I lost an intrigue, dang. These tournaments have gone very poorly for me lately in terms of random events. Joshua Flowers beats Omer Tyrell in the finals of the tournament. Notice, folks, that the Danes rule, though not from Starfall. They are ruling Dorne. Prince Aedan Dane. Aedan Dane. That just rolls off the tongue. Aedan Dane. And I believe we have a distant kinship with these guys. Cletus Dane with quite the hairstyle. That is a robust red hair color with lots of curls to it. Can we arrange a betrothal of Cletus to our daughter? Jelena Tyrell. This Jelena Tyrell is an imbecile. Poor dear. He could marry Sansara Gardner here, our cousin. He won't do it. He says, nah. Well, fine then. Be that way. Heather Harris says, that's Tormund level hair. Yes. It is Tormund level. That's true. Certainly show Tormund. Yeah, obviously. You didn't mean Book Tormund, of course, because we don't really know what that looks like. And his hair isn't red anyway. It's white. Never forget, Book Tormund is a lot older than Show Tormund. Sort of the opposite of Mance. They kind of flip-flopped that. They made Show Tormund younger and Book and Show Mance older. They did some things. Yeah. So we could construct a flagship or go on tour, but no. Just no. We don't do that with this family. Not for another generation or two until the bad luck, the curse, excuse me, is forgotten. We had such terrible luck with that. 2 straight ancestors dying on tour, or because of the tour, technically in one case. Just doesn't really motivate you to do that again, does it? You know, especially for role-playing, seeing what happened to our ancestors there. Just doesn't give you the warm and fuzzy that they probably felt when they were excited about going on this tour. But, yeah, not so great. All right, so what's going on with the Trident? Now they're at war again. Who are they fighting this time? Oh, there's still a war. Now they're defending against the Iron King. They're fighting the other Ironborn now. Jeez, this guy's coming for him? Yeah, this guy's trying to invade them. Dang. So we spoke too soon, sort of. We said it was the Dothraki Ironborn were attacking, and that was true, and not the Greyjoy ones, but they just came right around and are being that. But these aren't Greyjoys. These are Firestones. They just rule Pike, so they got that Greyjoy vibe, but they are technically not. We'll do a little intriguing there. Keep this guy out of factions. Well, they haven't asked us to join. I would help them. I'd do the same thing we did last time. Just get on some ships and go right for Pike and smack them in the butt there. They wouldn't be able to stop a 12,000 stack right on their capital. They couldn't possibly manage that. We could easily crush them, but I wish we could like ask for concessions like you will marry all your I can't even offer to join war. I can only declare war. We don't want to do that. Or do we? That'd be funny, kind of funny just to come in, swoop in while they're complain to the Ironborn are being opportunistic and then do the same thing ourselves. Yeah, maybe we should grab some territory while we can here. I don't want to mess with Dragonstone. They still have actual dragons. Even though they don't have actual Dragonstone. They have Duran the Mad has it. Duran. Lord Paramount Jason of Dragonstone of House Jaelagar. So, but this little Casterly Rock trickle here, we already took Payne Hall from them last time. We could grab this spot as well. We could definitely, probably the ripest piece of territory we could grab without incurring the wrath of some large power. I don't really want to go for Casterly Rock because it's amidst all that, but this is right on our border. So I want to maybe grab this one first. Maybe grab Drock's Castle because it's the one on the Dothraki border, and if we don't take it, maybe they will. So we want to swallow it before the Dothraki do. Let's see what kind of penalty if anything, we have on declaring war on Bertram. I think we can just invade Drock's Castle and without a penalty. Yeah, that's just a straight up. Yeah, we can just do it. There's no penalty. There's no truce existing. Nothing of the sort. We are uninhibited by anything I can think of. We have the manpower. We have a wealth cushion. We have generals. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to do this. It is a good time for me to run to use the restroom. Anyone needs a break to refresh your beverage. Let's take our roughly halfway point break. It's probably not quite halfway. I'll probably play for more than 2 hours today. But yeah, let's take a quick break. Be right back, folks, with our first War of the Day. What a strange concept. War of the Day. Okay, we're back. Let's go to war. See another person asking about CK3 for Game of Thrones. Yeah, we don't know yet. It's not something that they have a solid release date for. But we're guessing. I think they guessed February-ish because it is a big undertaking. Just imagine they have to input just alone inputting every family tree that we know of and filling in the blanks for what we don't know is by itself, that's just a giant task for every single family, for every dynasty, even like ASOIAF dynasties, it has to be done for all those. So, yes. We are at war. I don't think we need to... This is probably, famous last words, but this is probably going to be pretty darn easy as far as these things go. I don't suppose they have much real manpower to resist us with. Especially because our manpower is so very substantial. We could also do the ship end around thing if we wanted to. It just probably isn't necessary. But I could send ships to squat on Casterly Rock pretty easily, or just march right up there. But we're just going to do the straight, take the contested territory, sit on it, and win the war that way. I don't think we need to be even a little bit tricky this time. Merrick, sell me. So your family's not helping the war, as it says, but you want to get married? We've had it. We're on a streak of people saying no to us and then asking for a favor a second later. But I will say yes. You can marry this Cockshaw lady here. Oh yeah, Corey Freyd says they have to create looks for all the characters too, using the hair and eyes and all that templates. So yeah, one could see why it's a huge undertaking. They have to remake the map, I think. I suppose that's a pretty big undertaking as well. They have to. Well, I don't know. There's lots of other things that I'm just not aware of that are involved in the... We have to assume there's a long list of tasks involved with it that we're not able to cite because we just don't know them. But I'm sure they exist. Oh, wow. We're down bodyguards and stuff now. We need to replace some bodyguards. Where are all the good bodyguards at? We get this 53-year-old woman is our only option? Surely the king of the Reach and the Stormlands has more options for bodyguards. Are you kidding me? Our only bodyguard is called Gavella the Kind. That's funny. Let's name some new generals and use them. Edwin Footley, we got a siege general. That's useful. We got here one of these Errols. You guys won't marry my sister, but you'll lead my armies. That's what's up. So that's one thing. If y'all haven't seen CK3 yet, the system of having 3 generals, one for each side of the army, has been done away with. It's been replaced with 1 leader and a set of champions, which is, I like that. I think there's a lot to say about that being an improvement because the champions are sort of like great warriors rather than great strategists and stuff. So it gives a little additional type of flavor to the mix. And these champions are often knights or war leaders of other kinds. If it's not knights, depending on the culture. They can hold titles in other ways, just like anything. Yeah, it's just like a whole nother dimension to the available game options. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that. I'm looking forward to having that option in this version. This does indeed look like it will be a pretty straightforward takedown. I will sit on this territory as well. River Spring. The monument promised by Master Titus is finished. Some people in the crowd cover their children's eyes as the statue is unveiled. It's a couple in the middle of lovemaking and not exactly presented in a tasteful way. Okay, so I could order it torn down, or I could lose 100 piety. I wish there was like a benefit to keeping it. This is just too easy of a decision. I don't. If Master Titus hates me for 2 years, or not even hate me, -10. I don't object to the statue, but I do object to losing 100 piety for no benefit. For role playing. Role playing is its own benefit. Like, let's see, what would we do? We're not really particularly like a prude or anything, or overly concerned. I mean, we're proud, but we're also cynical, charitable. Yeah, children have to learn sooner or later. Heather Hare says CK3, it's going to be beautiful. I agree, because the Europe version is beautiful, so the Westeros version is going to be so cool. Oh, what is this? Lord Michael marrying my daughter, eh? You want is this the future Lord of the Vale? Is he heir? Oh, he's Archon of the Vale. So no, this is a lower level son, but he could become if this dude dies. Hubert is unmarried and is also a lunatic, and he's currently leading armies and is not very good a warrior. So he could die young. Yeah, I'm definitely like the idea of this marriage, though. In general, not having to worry about them as a foe for the short term, while we can attack other territories, does sound appealing. And we have our own son to inherit. Hubert the Painter, that's a nice name. How is our son's betrothed doing? Disinherited. Well, that's not very nice, but that's not as concerning, given the more important bottom lines of just her traits and skills and stuff. Excuse me. And those are doing just fine. Not great, but very good for a genius. Of course, this is great for a non-genius, but given she's +5 to everything, these numbers are just okay, given the +5s already implied. Overall, though, that is awesome to have, because geniuses are not common. Heather Hare suggests inviting some bodyguards to court. That is the right play. I need to get rid of this Tyrell designation. I like that. Basically, as it turns out, you all in the comments in the live chat are the real small council of my kingdom here. I have to name Master at Arms and Master of Coin and Master of Laws for game purposes, but you all are the real council. So far, we've had this correct call for one about calling in more bodyguards. Also, Matt Reese's strategy of going for the throat at Old Wick was more successful even than he thought it probably would be, because it was the only thing we needed to do to win the war. One move to win. You can't really do better than one move to win. And great name suggestions. Yeah, you guys are on a roll here. I'm sure I've forgotten some good advice, too. Hey, there's Joe Magician. What's up, my man? My stream partner from Wednesday. We did this debut CK3 stream, and that was fun times. We did not set up the most ideal situation for us to be able to help each other, but nonetheless, it was a blast, and we learned some things about how to do multiplayer games. We needed to be closer together, basically. That was the main, really, that was the only flaw in our setup. Everything else would have been fine. I forgot about that part of marrying off your daughters when you're a king, giving up large-ass dowries. 200. Ugh. Well, we are a banker, so we can't go stinting. We're the king of the Reach and the Stormlands and a banker. So Yeah, we'll pay up. We definitely can't cry poor. Matt says, "Who would have thought being the Alps was a big problem for being allies?" Yeah, I was Southern Italy. I was Robert Guiscard, Robert the Fox, and Joe Magician was a lord in Bohemia, and Michael Bookshelf Stud was in Piedmont in the French Alps, I guess. Or is that Italian Alps? Anyway, right in that close area. Certainly northwest of me. And we kind of got steamrolled, kind of individually and as a whole. It would have been nice if we could have helped each other more, but that's learning for you. But we were just overwhelmed with new options and features anyway. It was bound to be a little chaotic with a new game and multiplayer being kind of new. But it was seamless. The multiplayer function, we didn't have any issues with that really, Matt. There were some crashes, but the crashes we recovered from the crashes just like that. So there were 2 crashes, I think, and we just got right back to it. So I consider that a win, because expecting perfection in multiplayer online like that in a new game is too high a bar to set. Okay, so they want to replace my Master at Arms. This 31? You want to replace Donald? Oh, because he's Donald the Arrogant. Donald the Arrogant. Well, how about that? That's not implying anything, is it? No, but no, we will decline replacing a 31 Marshal guy. Oh shoot! I left my drink away from here. Be right back, folks. Siege of Drox Castle complete. Onward to... We'll just storm this next one. 28%. Really? Only 28%? Don't we have the main spot handled? Feels like this could have been more by now, but we'll just keep storming. We'll be storming Fabian. Storming Fabian. And then we'll attack this group and get another victory that way. 44%. Then... 60%. Now we're going to beat this army and then get another boost. Ooh, what's this? Osric Hunter wants a marriage between Hubert the Painter and Lysa Flowers. Now, I don't know who Lysa Flowers is. She's the daughter. She's a Selmy. Obviously a bastard of... She has diarrhea. Well, TMI game. Emiria of Ashford and Sarmian the Unlucky. Yeah. Well, it sounds like your daughter's the unlucky one, my man. I am cool with that marriage. Oh, Matt, you said you've had it crash 3 more times, huh? Bummer. Yeah, mine has run smoothly. I didn't play yesterday, but I played more after our online session on Wednesday. Continued with my game that I started on the day it was released, which was Tuesday, so I played a lot Tuesday and Wednesday. And I might play a little more tonight, depending on how much more Blackwood work I get in. But I haven't had it crash at all, so that's a good sign. Hopefully that's a good sign for you as well. And I know they already released an update, so maybe that's related as well. But you know how it is with new games. In the Steam era, it's so much easier for them to go oops and release an update, whereas before you gotta it's much harder to update a game. But now they just quick download an update, fix it. It's so nice. I remember gaming with 5¼ inch discs. Like you would actually have to stop mid-battle and turn a disc over or put in a different disc to continue. Like it sounds like more of a hassle than it was because, this was better than, this was the improvement over only having dice and books, which are great. But when there was no online option, man. Yep, I'm old. Okay, we have exactly 666 gold, so this is a good spot to stop. No, I'm just kidding. Harris of the Westerlands complaining about his cell. We'll be merciful. We're not trying to be cruel here. We're just trying to conquer your lands, that's all. We want to own you, not to torture you. Now I guess we had to conquer Peckledon to finish this war off, because taking over all these territories was not enough. We could go straight to Casterly Rock, but I think this will get us the rest of the way. Ooh, another dragon rider. Saela Hestier is riding Soul Blaze. Let your soul blaze. That's, what is that movie? A Golden Child Soul Glow? Yeah. Yep. This war is about as easy as we thought it would be. They're making a brave show of it, but they are massively outnumbered. Coming to America. Yeah, coming to America. What did I say? Did I say the Golden Child? Yeah. I don't even know what I said, but it's definitely coming to America. Yeah, I love Coming to America. That movie kind of holds up still. I often watch the Braves, the Atlanta Braves, and it was on after. It just came on the TV when the game was over, and I was like, yeah, I'll leave that on. And yeah, it was still pretty funny. Mr. McDowell not, in finger quotes, copying McDonald's. Yep. That movie's still funny. Arsenio Hall. Oh, yeah, Golden Child was same era. Eddie Murphy was the biggest star for a while there. He had so many movies. He was such a massive star for a while. He's still a star, but he had a pretty big crash down there. I don't remember why, though. Was he just like a real... It wasn't just one thing, was it? I don't remember exactly, but he did some not so great things, and that hurt his reputation. But he had a nice comeback with, what movie was it? That Steve Martin film. It didn't do very well critically, but it was a good movie. Steve Martin was a con man, movie maker. Who remembers this one? I know chat's going to help me out on this one. It was one word. Man, cannot think of it. 86% on the war. I think I can just storm the gates here. 98%, and then one more target. Storm that one. Still 98%. That didn't move the needle at all. But there's one more target to attack. Maybe that'll be enough. Bowfinger! Corey Freight, thank you. Next child is going to be named Corey because of that. Next son is going to be Corey. That is it, Bowfinger. That movie was underrated. I think, if I recall correctly, it was not well received by critics, but I thought it was hilarious. And Eddie Murphy, it was Eddie Murphy's first funny movie in a long time because I forget the whole timeline. But oh, we took all three of these? No wonder it was harder no wonder it took longer. Oh, we took Casterly Rock also?
That looks funny.
Yeah. Oh, wow, it's back to the Westerlands. It's the Dothraki influence is gone, even though it remains in the north, and Winterfell is now gone again. But they're vassals of the Dothraki. Boy, stuff just keeps happening. Boy, you blink and the landscape of this game changes. I could have sworn I was just going for Drock's Castle. Isn't that what I went for? Maybe Drock's Castle was maybe that's the problem. No, it says of Casterly Rock. That's weird. Well, we'll take it. It's not like I'm going to give it back. Corey Freight says, imagine if Brandon the Burner lived to see the North become a sea. Yes. Yeah, sail that, Victorian. So yeah, we have the Eye of the West here, this little nugget. It's like, or is it the Sack of the West? I don't know, because of where it's, there's this little dangly part coming out of the Westerlands, and we're right below it. I think Casterly Rock is the taint of the West. Let's call it that. All right, we can put our troops back down. Lord Maegor Wonders of Pike has failed to pay interest. What? Oh, yes. The Bank of the King will have its due. Whoa. Whoa. Interesting. Yeah, I think we should be aggressive about this. This is early in our bank's reputation. Yes. Very good idea. I see the suggestion here. Matt Reese says, check if the West is really independent or just during a war. Good call. Let's see. Looks like just a revolt. Looks like they're defending against a slave revolt. Norvashi slave raid on the Westerlands. Interesting. Truce with Bertrand of Casterly Rock. Yeah. And what is this one? Lordship of Fire. Oh yeah, that's with their peace with the with Hammerhorn. House Horror is part of the Kingdom of the Seastone Isles. Alvin Saltcliffe is still imprisoned by Sir Laswell of Waypress. That we did that for him. So I think we should have its due. We should gain the society mission to recover debt from Lord Maegor Waters. Yeah, Lord of Pike he is. Well, we have a lot more say over what happens in Pike than we do in, say, I don't know, Ashai or something. Anything in Essos, but we could send a fleet up there and take that dude's castle if we really have to. Alvin. Yeah, keyholder Harlan Cockshaw can handle this. More bank business. Okay, so this guy's in jail, so he shouldn't be as hard to collect from, at least, or to, well, maybe that's backwards. Maybe that makes it harder to collect from him, but we know he can't run away. What action? Back arrival. Oh, nice. We have options here. We can lead a delegation to Saltcliffe. It says you travel in person to Saltcliffe to protest the debt. You will be gone for a couple months and will need a regent in the meantime. Change coin reserves by -20. Back arrival claimant to Pike. You offer Sarissa Rain of Castamere a cheap loan and free mercenaries funded by the Bank of the King in return for Sarissa taking on Lord Maegor Waters' debts if she wins Pike. Very interesting. So we would install our own puppet ruler, sort of, or at least she would be in our debt. That's so cool, man. This is a new form of intrigue that we haven't been involved in. Backing schemes from a financial perspective, being the stakeholder this way. We've obviously been asked to just give money or to give lump sums or to give to join with our armies. But this is different. I'm inclined to back a rival claimant because that sounds cooler than just going there and complaining. Corey Freight asks, is this your first time playing with the bank? Yes. I have tried to get the bank a bunch of times. It's been in our Friday streams. I've tried to have the bank, and just for various reasons, a run of bad luck mostly, it's never happened. Because as you probably know, you need 16 stewardship plus 1,000 gold, and I've had one or the other, and while saving up for the other or trying to achieve the other, we died. It just never got to happen. And this is a new experience for me, so that's cool. I imagine it's new for a lot of people too, but if other people have done it before, I am open to suggestions because I don't need to make all the mistakes to learn. But back arrival claimant sounds cool, right? Muppet ruler. I see some people say puppet ruler. One person says Muppet ruler, which, yeah, same kind of thing. Yeah. And this is Magor, so it is kind of Muppet, puppet. Well, no, not really, because we'd be backing his rival, not him. So yeah, let's back the rival claimant. Sarissa Rain, yeah. She declined our proposal. Oh, this is displeasing. Well, are we back to leading a delegation, or can we back a different claimant, or assassination? Is that a thing? We are the Banker King. And we like to go to tournaments. Yeah, the Banker Jouster King. Okay, so, we can offer a different guy a cheap loan and free mercenaries. Okay. Well, let's do that then. This guy said yes. Very good. We were backing a guy named Co Lyman the Treacherous. Not what could go wrong with backing a guy whose name is the Treacherous. Yeah, nothing whatsoever. Oh, yeah, Heather Hare points out we are 41. For this dynasty, that is ancient. We previously couldn't get a character over 36. So, yeah, we're in uncharted territory for the Gardeners on this stream. We, of course, have had old characters before. But for this batch, for this dynasty, relatively speaking, we have not had this kind of action. Got a decent amount of money stashed up. That'll work. Another Dantos moment. That Dantos moment happens a lot. Drunken jousting. So very common. Oh, yeah, winter's gone. Are we building right now? We are not. It's time to build again. We'll go with the next level of barracks. Get that up there. Sure, we'll ask politely. Corey says, one bit of advice with the banks is always check how much money you'd be getting when you have the option to send the heavies in to collect debt. Sometimes it costs more. Okay, so you certainly just straight accounting comes into it. Whether it's worth it, you might lose money to collect the debt, but it's also not just about the money, it's about sending a message. Yeah, power resides where we convince them it does, yes. So yeah, assuming the game is built that way, I would prefer to run it as if that's the case, because that sounds fun and realistic. So, and that is, I agree with the messaging as well. We must put up a strong front, especially since we're a new bank. We got to establish our rep. I guess I can speed it back up. We're not at war, so let's move along here. Oh, Omer Tyrell got to the finals of another joust, but this time he lost. Should I be recruiting this guy? Oh, yeah. I never did. I didn't finish my task of recruiting people. We got distracted from that. Okay, so join court, yes. Got a lot of people here. Siege leader Clement. Let's see. Yeah, get on in here. Invite to court. Adam Blaine Tremor, I see, is another siege leader. I like having lots of siege leaders. But I also want organizers. Where are the organizers? There's an organizer, and he's also strong. He might make a good bodyguard on top of being a general. It is so easy to get distracted from one of the many tasks that this game demands of you, because, you know, we're ruling a couple of kingdoms. It's that couldn't possibly be simple and easy, right? Let's get this first guy. He is also a Alan. Oh, it's Alan Cleftjaw. That's cool. He's Dothrak Ataki of Rollingford. The title mashups here are throwing me, but they're fun. And Dothrak Ataki of Lawleston. Dothrak of Lawleston. All right, that should be a good enough batch of dudes. So all those guys on that list liked me enough, so I expect they'll make decent enough guardians of me and leaders of my army. Let's give them all a second to join. All right, I think that was the last of them. Oh, wow, look at that. Soulblaze the dragon has passed on. Only age 29. Well, that's not exactly old for a dragon. All right, let's see about who can handle these new bodyguard jobbies. We've got... Oh, and we need new appointments here. We've already had some drop-offs on these other ones. Master of the Hunt. Wait, these guys are hiding? Oh, are they... Is there disease down there? What is going on with that? Simon Redwine can have that. Cleoden Tarth can have that. All the other jobs are taken. Okay, who is going to be a good bot? There we go. There's some choices. We got Lythine Borel's a 40. We got an 85 from Humphrey Strongheart. We were thinking he would be good because of his strongness, but also his organization actionlessness. Trying to make a huge compound word there. It didn't go that well. But we have Clement, who's an even better fighter at 90. 50 from Owen Lawliston, and then Alan here is a 45. This guy is drunken and old, but he's still a good general. So that's cool. We'll go certainly with Humphrey as one of the bodyguards, Clement as another, and then who's going to be the third one? I guess we'll just go with the 50. Yeah. And then the captain of the group will be, I guess, these two are similar. It's not all about their skill. Maybe the most, we'll make the 50 actually. Well, maybe we'll make him the captain because he's the most loyal of the group, even though he's not the best of the fighters. All right, a legend fades. There goes Soulblaze. Soulblaze. Building our barracks here. Oh, Quentin Rowan escaped our jails? Incompetent fools. Oh, well. Jybaro Anaris rides Midnight, the dragon of Midnight, into battle. 18 years old. Okay. What is happening here? The West is still non-Dothraki, so I guess that's maybe the state of affairs. Looks like it's ruled from Hornvale. They're still at war. They're still defending on the slave raid thing, so I guess they'll probably go back to their Dothraki when not. But maybe not. I'm not clear on that. What about these guys? Yeah, see, they're not in that war. These Dothraki are not in that war, so that must be a separate thing. Bravos has this strange pyramid without a middle of control in the north there, and then all of Bravos, all of the Vale, minus this part, which I don't know if this is technically the Vale or if this is part of the Crown Lands. I think it's, yeah, this is part of the Vale. This is 9 stars. Yeah, that's part of the Vale. And yeah, and all this is the Riverland stops like right here with Maidenpool, and this is the Crownlands Cracklaw Barrens. If you recall Brienne's journey, it will be familiar. This is where Nimble Dick led her. And let's check back. Wow, they have even more. Last we looked over here, they didn't have this section. They didn't have Pentos. And now they do. But there's 2 Bravoses. There's a dark red and a light red Bravos. And the axe is semi-independent for now. Norvos controls this, but not Norvos itself. And let's check out farther south. Mantaris. Slaver's Bay is kind of what it was, but with more Yi still with their incursions continuing. Morak is back to being independent. It looks like Yi had it for a while. And yeah, Yi is no longer a big united force. Heirloon. That's neat. I don't recognize that name at all. I guess that's just some dynasty up there. Let's click on it. Who is this? It's the Jogos Nai. Jat Erlu the Ugly. Does ET still have a lot of control in Sithorios? The answer is no, but the Giscari do. The Giscari control Basilisk Point. But you can see the Yetish influence because this is clearly a man from Yeti. This is of House Boo and Lord Diat of Karth. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. The Summer Isles is still doing its thing. My son, Prince Brandon, wants to enlist with a sellsword company. Okay. I'm not against that. Because he's not that great. He might come back better. He can fight a little bit. He's not really that good of a fighter. But he wants to go. I'm not really against it. Either we end up with a different heir, or he comes back better. So what do you think, Bran Winslow? This is your namesake if you're still hanging out in the chat. Yeah, Matt Rees is asking about Cider Hall. Do we give him the title when he gets married? Yeah, I think that was going to be the plan. I had slipped my mind, but that plan is still in play. We haven't done anything to disrupt that idea. Is this what's being suggested here? Oh, no, this is a different marriage. Hubert the Painter and Lanzia Jalagar. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That is fine with us. I don't even know why he's asking us. Jalagar is at our court, and she is a lunatic. Go ahead, take her. Bran Winslow says, go out there and sow your oats, young man. Let him go. All right. Go for it, Brandon. Maybe he'll come back with a nickname or some bastards or a Valyrian steel blade. You never know. So many options could happen. The Arbor, we're getting raided at the Arbor by some looks like that is the banner of House Horror. Well, we can definitely do something about that. We can send I guess what we want to do to fight back here, we have immediately available troops with full morale, but not enough ships to carry them up at our base, but we can send the ships from Old Town to pick them up real quick. Old Town has more troops, but they can't be... It takes them a while to build their morale and to the point where they can actually fight. Meanwhile, these ships will sail to Highgarden way faster and scoop up my already max morale dudes. And we have a chance of catching these Ironborn before they can escape. In fact, I can increase our odds of that happening by calling up the local defenders, even though they're outnumbered, a little bit sooner to hold the Ironborn in place before they can run away. So if they start running away, I'm going to do that. Who died? Tristane Gardner. I don't remember that guy. He was a Craven. A small private funeral will suffice. His daughter Samsara. Oh yeah, we know Samsara. We tried to get her betrothed. It looks like that betrothal doesn't exist anymore. What? This one Edger in Tyrell that we spoke of earlier is refusing to pay back his loan, a measly loan of 16. All right. Yeah, we're sending someone to take care of that, but this is definitely of a more trifling matter. But we still can't be having people said. It's said that the bank doesn't collect, right? All right, call up some men here to stop them from running. Meanwhile, send in our own troops to actually do the real fighting. Oh, wait, no, this is even faster if the ships can just... Can't we just select the ships and just sail right on in? Yeah. Sail right on in. That's even better. Boom. Take that, House Horror. We slaughtered almost 3,000 of your men, and you only had 4,000. Don't come back. Okay, now I can put those dudes away. We sent them running. Put the fleets down. Put the troops down. And back to the gardening and banking. How is our daughter Miriam doing? She is very untalented, but she is married to Lord Michael of the Vale, our son-in-law, and we'll see what happens there. Our younger daughter Charlotte is coming along, but she's only 4, so it'll be a while before we have a real picture of what she's going to be like. Oh, wow, that's disease I see creeping up towards us. What is that? That is... What is that? The Gray Plague has hit Old Town. Awesome. Let's just... Oh, wow. Oh, are you kidding me? The great Khal Skoro was crowned by the High Septon? What? Bad High Septon. Yeah, so this guy is Khal of the Dothraki Sea, Khal of New Valyria, Co of Westeros, of House Mago. He is no great Khal of mine, I say. That's hilarious. I kind of like his son's beard game, though. Oh, wow, the Bloody Flux is in the Stormlands, too. Boy, our kingdom is beset by diseases. Corey Freight says, Khals are getting used to living in stone houses. Yeah, for real. Good thing we took Casterly Rock back before they could... That's the ultimate stone house to sit in. All right, I'm going to keep it on the disease view just to make sure it doesn't come hit us in Highgarden. Leslin Errol again asking for a wife again. You marry as you please, my man. Can't please you, Errols. Looked like it was abating for a second and then it grew again, this Gray Plague. Whoa, wait, what's this? Iron King Burton of the Iron Isles. Crowning himself. Whoa. Wait, this guy is an out of nowhere. He has no parents or grandparents. He's just Burton from nowhere. But he's Burton Firestone. He's got his own house. He's already a dishonorable, craven, ruthless, deceitful, zealous tyrant. And an unworthy drowned priest. He's a priest? No wonder we don't have his family background info. He's a... It says a bold move. Indeed, this is a bold move. He is reigning in Pike, this guy. Bloody Flux, Gray Plague so far. Holding. Steady. Oh, marriage proposal. Aiden Dane wants to marry Athanisai Kiswe, who just came to our court. Oh, she's attractive and sturdy. You'd think that those are extremely attractive qualities, especially attractive. Cletus and Athanas. Okay, I mean, sure. Oh, she's from Nath. She's Nathi. That's cool. I was wondering what that name was. All right, go for it. Marry as you please. Oh, I just found her someone nice altogether. My mission to recover debt is no longer valid. I wonder why. I guess the person died, probably. Oh, looks like the Bloody Flux is breaking up a bit over there. That's nice. But the Gray Plague is creeping closer. That's not nice. Terrence Errol, again with you Errols. I will not help you. Bloody Flux also hitting Stony Sept. Oh, cool. A young, talented artist from Highgarden proposes to paint an iconic portrait of King Graydon the Blessed. Yeah, that was my granddad, right? No, my great-grand. Oh, yeah, no, that was my father, not my grandfather. Right. My grandfather was Fabian the First. Yeah, let's do that. That's cool. We'll definitely not say no to that. Oh, they want to replace Lord Edgerin, the Tyrell wants to replace my Master of Coin. Actually, he's not that good. Okay. And you're a 21? Well then, I will listen to you. Yes. And it is correct for me to have as my Master of Coin, which is kind of like Lord Steward, a Tyrell. I am the gardener, so that is fitting. And this guy is quite talented. I should have done that sooner, apparently. This guy is he is the badass financier. Badass money, man. Oh, and our Master of Laws is gone, just like that. Let's bring a new one in. Who do we have? Oh, Bertrand Swift of Castle Rock. He hates us. Really, really hates us. But he is the most qualified. However, Donald Florent is quite qualified. His ambition is to be Master of Laws, so he would gain +1. So he would be an 18 versus this 21. But he is actually quite loyal, and he's a loyalist. So I think we'll go with him. That is pretty nice. And but we will have him perform statecraft on this guy that who hates us. Well, who is that guy? The Swift. Okay. Yeah, but that's the Lord of Casterly Rock Swift. So we'll send. Wait, that's not this guy. Yeah, so we'll send our Master of Laws to improve our relationship with him. Our new conquered vassal. No surprise that relationship needs a little work. Okay, so Grey Plague still raging. Bloody Flux still raging, but looks like it's getting better, but also spreading in other places, but not in our territory. So that's less of a concern. Nothing going on up there disease-wise. But let's go back to the regular map for a minute just to... Oh, Lord Bernard paying homage. I really don't like this guy. I wonder why that is. I will pretend I like him. I don't know. He doesn't like me, even though he could tell I didn't like him. Again? Wait, this is just being repeated. Okay. I'm happy you came. What did I say? Again? Jeez. Look at this kingdom up here. We got this is that kingdom we were just talking about, the Iron Isles, looking all... I can't seem to click on this. His island is too small to be clicked on. There we go. Oh, look at that. Iron King Rodwell. He's only 12 years old. This is their new dynasty, a 12-year-old. Leslin Flowers wants to get married. Okay, this guy I'll find him a wife because he's not an Errol. Well, this is clearly a game-generated name, Rothhart, House Rothhart. Let's go with Alyssa of Duskendale. Okay, Co-Alister. Okay, sure, whatever. We're getting back up there in money again. Sansara ready for her education focus. She's got a little intriguiness going on. She's got some... She does not have the personality disposition for it, but she has the talent. Let's go with straight up diplomacy then. And Fabian the Great. Yep. I like our nickname. It's hard to top the Great for just pure greatness. Mark Heedbury wants to get married. Maybe. Yeah. Heed your own berries. Marry as you please. No, we'll keep the interest rates where they were, I guess. We didn't get any issues from that. Okay, so this time... This we did... Looks like we did better this time. Oh, we did much better this time. There was we didn't have a loss. We actually had a profit this time. Okay, so I think raising interest rates either may have done the trick, or maybe it was just being more established, or just having so many of our loans had just been issued, so we hadn't started to collect interest very much yet. The bank was too new, et cetera, et cetera. It takes a while to turn a profit. But either way, this seems like this quarter. No, it's the year. It's the yearly accounts. Yeah, okay. Or past few years is what it says. It says year 8131 on the pop-up, but few years on the description there. Either way, these are good numbers. So, we get a share. We get a dividend of almost 56 gold. It's probably gonna be larger in later years. We have debtors out there that have been paying, I suppose. Defaulters, no defaulters listed currently. No lost loans, so I guess those were all taken care of. So, all right. Well, that seems to be going well. Go bank. We built our barracks. Very good. Time to upgrade again. Whoops. Missed. Let's go with, I guess, just the first level of training ground. Let's go with now we can afford the more expensive one and still have about 500 left. Will not come to pay homage. Well, she double won't come. I still see the disease cloud there, but fewer of them. It's getting closer, though. And it looks like it hasn't moved over here in the east, so that's good. We have a counselor to replace. Whoops. Advisor, actually. Gorman. Maybe we should just... None of these guys are amazing, skilled people. We could just pick one. Let's throw a bone to Bertrand and try to make him like us more. Well, it is officially time to end this ambition. We just definitely, I mean, our wife is 41. We haven't had a child in 6 years. It doesn't mean we can't have kids, obviously, but having 5 children as an ambition doesn't seem to be very optimal anymore. A forged bloodline is an option now? Oh, well, that's got to be the case. That's got to be what we do. Right? Or should we could do that a little later. We could do one of these other things first, but I think we should just go right to forge a bloodline because it's risky. We could just die any second, and this event is hard to establish. And once you've done it, it's semi-permanent, even so it will last after us. So I think we should go for this while we can. The same is true for Valyrian steel, but it's hard. It's easier to get this event to be an option. So I think forged bloodlines. What do you guys think? Yeah, everyone seems to agree so far on the chat. Yeah, exactly. As Corey says, you may not get a character with 5,000 prestige for a while. Yeah. Oh, the Ironman took the trident. I didn't notice that. Heather Hare just pointed that out. Wow, they did. Darn it. House Whore took the trident. That's what they do, isn't it? They took back Harrenhal. They took Cracklaw Point. They took all that current kingdom of the trident. Everything they had. So the one, that is true. So bloodline, it seems like the way to go. Let's do that. I feel silly. I probably could have started this goal a while ago because I think you need 5,000 prestige to start it if what I read there was right. And we're at 7,300, so we've had that ability to get going for a while. So we need to do murder or execute 28 more people. That's probably not going to happen. Win 9 more wars, maybe. Rule at peace for 30 years. That's pushing it to get to age 74. Build 10 cities, castles, or temples. All 10 of one, not mixing and matching. That is also a lot of money. That might be feasible, though, because we do have really good income, and we are a banker whose income is escalating. So, yeah. Wait, did pox broke out in Old Oak also? Is that a different pox? It is. Ugh. So we got Gray Plague, pox, and Bloody Flux. But the latter two are definitely dropping off, it seems like. And they seem to have not gotten any closer to us. Yes, we will build some... Sure, we'll pay for these outposts. Yeah. How's our son doing with his cell sortery? He's a general of the Stormcrows, it says. His wife his betrothed is still only 12, so he's not missing out on any married years as far as that goes. This time we won't go to the tournament. We got other things going on. Oh, Corey Freight says you can do 15, maybe do 15 years apiece and 5 castles, some hybrids like that. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Well, we shall maybe try doing that. Yeah, we'll have it. I'm just going to reflexively select this. We will have its due. Yes. What is this? Kill Rolase. I don't care about that. Back arrival claimant. Let's try that first. Nice. Backing another war. That's cool. All right, I'm going to go back to the regular map. Oh, a group of craftsmen. Okay. Yeah, let's pay for... We're investing some capital in this craftsman's shop. This event I've seen plenty of times. Usually it works out. So it's very low risk. Pretty good reward for that 50 gold. Oh, wow. The Kingdom of the Crossing has existed for long enough that House Frey is recognized that way. Well, that's bad. We've all failed. The whole realm has failed if the Freys are being seen as traditional kings. Although this King Frey has good mustache game. Lucius Frey. 24 diplomacy. Whoa, he is... All right, this guy's got it going on. All right, Waynwood versus Hunter in a trial by... Oh, what is this? Oh, yeah, the crossing's got its own color now. It's a light purple. That's pretty cool. It really stands out. Yeah, how about that? Agramore Cockshaw is holding a tournament. Nice name, my man. Yeah, this time we'll go. Okay. The disease situation's a little better now. Already improved. So hire a banker again is an option. I wonder, do we want to do that? I'm not sure. I guess maybe it just takes... I still don't know why. What the benefit or negative or anything to do with that is. Matt Reese says, how old is Lucius's children? Maybe forge an alliance. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea because we don't share a border, but we have common enemies between us. And could fight it. We could, potentially help each other fight the dragons. Okay, so he's got a 8-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old. Oh gosh, this 1-year-old son is inbred, club-footed. Well, we're not going to marry our daughter to Lucos, and we don't have another son. We only got the one son, so we can't do this marriage. But we could do maybe a regular alliance. Can we just do proposed alliance? Nope, it's not an option. No. We need some other reason to have a non-aggression pact. Can I be a guardian to your daughter or something? No, it's not even an option. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Shiera, no. What about me? Yeah. Guess that's not an option. I'd have to break that other betrothal, but I don't think I want to do that. Fabian Kester suggests you can use that the hired banker could be used to replace a bad master of coin. That's a good point. Of course, we don't need that right now. We have an awesome master of coin. Our Hand of the King is a 22. Our Master at Arms is a 31. Our Master of Coin is a 22. Our Master of Whispers is a 22. That's pretty sweet. And then we have 16 Master Laws, 15 Maester, 14 Septon. That's pretty darn good. 4 of them being 20 plus, 1 being 30 plus. One of our better councils for sure. Oh, there it is again. The West just went to Thraki again. Back and forth west. Flip-flopping to the Dothraki again. Let's see, what else is happening? Cohor's temporarily free again. Garce Orm wins this tournament. Yeah, wow. Jeez. Wacky stuff happening there. They're back. The Dothrak are back. Oh, so it's at least 12 stewardship. So it's a pretty decent option, I see, according to that. But right now I don't need it, obviously, because I have a really good. That's cool. That's good to know. And just like that, they're not Dothraki anymore. What is going on over there? As soon as I call it, it changes. Who are they war with now? Are they back to fighting the Ironborn or something? They're not fighting anybody. That's just hostility towards. That's not a war. Huh. Rumors have reached you that people are conspiring to kill you. Well, I am a banker king. No, who wants to kill a banker king? Are you kidding me? Well, whilst riding through the woods, I came upon this peasant wench. I then remembered an ancient custom called the Lord's Right. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I might if I didn't have kids and I was of that personality, because I do role play. But we are not Roose Bolton. We are the banker king. We're temperate and charitable. This is certainly not in our wheelhouse for personality traits. Once you go Dothraki, you never go backy, Corey Freight says. Yes. Story checks out. Another tournament. Rule of peace for 30 years. Hey, we got one. We're 1 out of 30. Whoa, Tristan Frey lost a duel. Oh, he didn't die, though. That was a trial by combat. And I lose the joust again. Oh, well. I keep trying. More 2 deaths in a row. Well, I think it's the influence of the Dothraki around here. A joust without at least 3 deaths is considered a dull affair. Baldric Tarth defeating Sir Baron Cole. Beric Whitehead defeating Sir Ozenzo Guzzer. Baron and Beric going down. Baron wins. Oh, the dragon Slithe has died at age 103. Now that's more expected for an age rather than a 29-year-old dragon. What is this then? A marriage thing? Oh, it vanished. Well, that was weird. Training grounds have been built. Very good. We have upgraded our base yet again, and we're back up to about the same money we had before we built it. So let us continue to improve. Let's go with the barracks. Yeah, I'll go with the barracks there. Yeah, Heather says Heather and the chat agree. The rest of the chat agree that we wish we could get this eyesore of a territory of Bravos within our own territory. We really want Felwood, but I don't really want to go to war with this chunk of a. Oh my, they have. I really don't want to go with war with them now. Look at how much more they've gained. Boy, territory changes hands fast over there. Balman Celtigar now rides Nerion the dragon. Nerion's been around, right? Yeah, 52 years old. Okay, we're 46 years old now. Still going. Baldric Errol. Another Errol asking for a marriage? Marry as you please. You know how we are with Errols and marriages. Septon. Another non-payment of a loan, but it's a small one, so we'll let a lesser handle that. Edison, our new septon. Okay. Time to perform charity. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Perform charity. High Lordship of Pike usurped by that guy. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Volmark, Harlaw Hill, and Stone Tree are ruled by the West now. The Iron Islands is not united. There's 3 or 4 different... Yeah, there's gray, there's this orange, there's this yellow, and there's this red. So there's 4 different factions operating there right now. The Bank of the King has its due. All right, banking stature. Oh, awesome. Bertrand Swift managed to... Oh, that was our thing. That was... this new result. Does Bertrand like us more now? No, he likes us less. Well, dang. Wait, he was fired from council? When? We fired him from council? Because he's a... Oh, you know, I don't... When did we never fired him from council. I thought we just never hired him in the first place. Whatever. Anyway... that's cool regardless. Now, and of course now it's all Iron Island. The West is ruled by the Iron Islands. What is going on here? Whoa, what the heck? Look who's asking for help. The king, Bronze King Marwyn the Mad of Runestone Hunter. This dude is full-blown Sithorian brindled man. He is giant. Does he have the armor? No, he doesn't have the Runestone armor. He has no treasury. But he is a lunatic. This is a brindled man lunatic king, Bronze King Hunter. What an interesting fellow. And he's married to Queen Maya Arryn. And they have a son. Oh, and she's pregnant again, but they already have a son, Prince Kennard, who is club-footed, slow, hair-lip lunatic at age 7. Jeez. Some kids have all the luck. Wow. Only one of the 4 grandparents is brindled here. So it really just came through. Wow. Yeah, what happened to that call? We are not getting involved, I don't think, right? Do we have an alliance with them? No? Yeah, we're not penalized if we don't, so no thanks. I don't want to fight them. You're so small these days too. Look at how small their territory is. And Bravos is huge. High Sea Lord Soho the Peaceful is invading. The Peaceful is invading, you say? Yes. Now our one piece of Bravos is ruled by the Vale. Yeah, we have seen quite a bit of turnover. Okay, so yeah, what happened with these Iron Islands here? Where is the Iron King Humphrey the Eagle? So it is a Westerman crowning himself with a Ironborn title. So that's what happened. That actually does make more sense because the Ironborn are in disarray. So a Westerman has seized the opportunity. That's a lot less strange than most of what's been happening. And we even saw something like this happen in Fire and Blood, where was it a member of House Rain? Not Rain, but Farman tried to set themselves up in the Iron Islands. It did not go well. I doubt it. This guy, however, has the whole West backing him, apparently, so he might succeed. Look at this guy. His kingdom starts in Cornfield, but he's an Iron King. He's the Iron King of Cornfield. Are you sure not the Iron Corn? But this guy he does have the face of an Ironborn Reaver. Scars and a missing eye and quite the general. Looks like his warrior days are behind him. He's got minus 65 in warrior traits. He used to be a really good fighter. He used to be 90 plus, it looks like. But now he's at 25. but a 27 general. So that is quite an interesting development. He's not much of a diplomat. Gorman Peak. Oh, good choice for an advisor. Okay. Okay. Aubrey Craycall, Corey Frey points out. That's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, that's the one. That's who I was trying to think of. His mother was a Lannister. Yeah, I think I remember that. I think I remember that part too. So I think you're right. Okay, I think we're going to wrap up this session. Any requests for what to look around on? I'm so pleased that we are still on this character. Knock on wood. This is 3 sessions with 1 character. We haven't had that in quite a while. And that means we'll at least get part of a 4th in. Brandon is 22 now. He's married. Oh, that marriage has happened, so I can give him his title. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grant him. Oh, I can't give it to him. I can't give him land yet because he's off overseas doing his cell sorting. He's a general in the Stormcrows. So, well, he doesn't get that yet. We'll have to wait to see if he comes back. So he is. His fighting skills improved a little bit, but he's still not that much of a fighter. And he's an 11 general, but anyway. Oh, he wants an honorary title. Oh, I could make him. I can't grant him a knighthood, but I could give him. I can't give him anything. I can't give him a title or anything right now because he's away. I can only give him money, which I don't need to give him money, and he already has maxed out on liking us. So, okay. Well, yeah. All right, what should we look around at? Let's take a quick world scan. We saw what things were like at the beginning of this session. Ashai, still the same. Yeti, roughly the same. Erluan, still there. This giant Dothraki Sea business. Okay, let's see where still Khal Skoro. And Khal Skoro, yeah, where is his... It takes me over there? Okay, no, that's more like it. Yeah, this is his spot right there. The center of the Dothraki Sea. Not at Vaes Dothrak, but still back here on Essos. Tyrosh is at least temporarily free again. Norvos, ditto. None of this is Dothraki except for this little tiny chunk here along the Andal coast. And this little chunk here, which isn't a direct part of any of the 9 free cities. And the north. Even more Dothraki than it was, I guess, or maybe about the same. This little kingdom of the north is a little bit bigger than it was. Archon Mors Stark has Cyrell is his daughter, who's married to Jonal the Rash of Bear Island. And they have another daughter. Azira, oh, she was just born. Nice. Stark girl. Man, is that Manderley dude still ruling? Yeah, Alton of... Oh, no, this is a different guy. We had Eddard Manderley. This is Alton Manderley. So I guess Jonal the Spotted ruled. No, Eddard never ruled. Maybe it was this guy. I don't think it was. Anyway, his son's in jail. That's familiar. We've got Anders the Wise. Dane? Well, he is, wow, those are really good traits. 12, 20, 11, 12, 16 with Organizer and Quick, Duelist, Just. He is infirm, though, 66 years old. Heather Harris says, how many gardeners are out there? Good question. Let's see. There are 12. Not that many. It's not a small number, but it is not a big. Let's actually go ahead and check out who they are because it's small enough that we can do that without taking up a huge amount of time. Where would they be? We got Samwise. Okay, my brother and my sister. We've got my 3 children, so that's 6 of them right there. Oh, we have a grandson with Miriam has a grandson. That's cool. What about this line? Nope, this line's all wiped out. What about any of these? Dank Gardener. Oh, here we go. Olan Gardener. I guess I'll go for the rest of them. I'll use this player search. That's easier than searching the family tree. Oh no, Gawain Hunter came out ugly. No big deal, though. So Garland Gardner. Wow, he's good. Flanker, 20 Marshall. Yeah. Barba. Oh, it's bringing up people who have the gardener trait as well as being of house gardener. That's funny. So I'll have to sort through that. Okay, that's my son there. Matthias Gardner, who is the path of gonorrhea lunatic. He is unmarried and out there of... Oh, he's in Weedville. He lives in Weedville. Yeah, okay. Nice. Good place for him. We've got... where are the rest of them? Gardeners, where are you? There's one. Nina Gardner, 73 years old still, living in the Dawn Forest. Cool. Way up in the north there. I think Dawn, yeah, she follows the old gods. That's cool. That's very cool. Is she still married? No, her husband died. She was married to Edric of the Dreadfort. That's right, she was a Bolton, but she never had any kids. Oh, she married twice. Oh, she's remarried. She's married. Oh, no, he died too. Duncan the Effeminate. That was his name. Where else? We've got Eileen Gardner. She's a torturer? She's a torturer of Weedville. She lives in Weedville also. Yeah, well, dang. I guess that's about it. Besides the ones that are in my family, there's only 6 who aren't my brother, sister, or child. So I think that was all of them. Huh. Oh yeah, I can search by dynasty in the search. Let's do that one more time. I completely forgot you can do that. Dynasty. Where is that? Great House. My Dynasty. Yeah. Aline, Brandon, Nina, Garland. Yeah, we saw them all. Okay, good. So that's cool. All right. Any other last requests? How many dragons are left in the world? Good question from Bran Winslow. Show me the dragons. We've got, oh wow, 3 wild dragons, Nerion, Starfire, and Daenal, and it looks like 8 dragon riders. Midnight is ridden, Braidax is ridden, Bantis is ridden, Elarion, Ebrion, Stormworm, Rachnon, Mir, and Nightwind. I definitely remember Rachnon from before. I bet that's, only 45, not that old. Midnight is 23. Braidax, 84. That's older. Bantis is 20. Bantis Toboggan is the name of that dragon. That's right. We nicknamed that one. Illyrion is 32. Ebrion is 53. Stormworm is 10. I figured that one was young. I didn't recognize that name. Mir is 76. Yeah, that one's been around. And Nightwind is 17. Fairly new. And 6 people have eggs, including High Priest Yoris of Volantis, who also has Valyrian steel. So this guy is hooked up with stuff. He's got lots of books. A bone? He's got a bone? A holy relic of the R'hllor Faith. This bone is a holy relic? Huh. Oh, he's got a whip for his dragon. Ebrion's whip. Oh, that's awesome. It serves as evidence of past controllers of the dragon. Oh, that's cool. The Chronicles of Longsister. Hey, that book belongs in Westeros. Purple Poison. He's got a Valyrian steel blade called Purple Poison. All right. Say bone again, Aziz. Yeah, it seems. I agree with the chat that it seems like the number of dragons would go down, but it is not. It's gone up slightly, I guess. Looks like the last one was born 10 years ago. The youngest of those was 10, it looked like. Stormworm, I think, was the youngest. And then there's a couple in the 20s. Oh, no, 17 for that one. Yeah, and then 84 was the oldest. And then there's a 76-year-old one. Yeah. Cool. Bran Winslow says, I wonder if it's possible to influence events to help cause a dance to happen, like the Citadel is accused of doing. Oh, wow, that would be really cool. If not, it could be added in. All right, unless there's any last requests, we'll call it a day and reconvene next Friday. Thanks for showing up, everybody. It was fun, as usual. We got to do a lot of banking and watching our son go become a sellsword and watching Dothraki action, conquering a chunk of the Westerlands. Got our little piece there. We got 3 territories. And watching the strange political situation unfold has been pretty cool. The Freys are kings now. We got brindled men in the Vale, and have for a couple generations, apparently. And, yeah, lots of other stuff. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Hopefully Fabian the Great can shatter all the records. He can live as long as, like, his last 3 or ancestors put together, maybe. Right on. Okay, everyone. Till next time, Valar Reread us.